Okay, what's the matter?
What do you think is the matter? We've been here, what, 2 weeks now? How have they not found us yet?
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it'll be soon. Anyway, you know what the most important thing is for human survival? The number one thing. Positive attitude.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me?
It flicked. Welcome. Once again, this is Flick the Script Podcast. This is episode 41. My name is Derek Mitchell. I just want to go ahead and say welcome once again to the podcast. This is episode 41. Thank you all for tuning in. I will say, being that it is 41, it's just crazy how time just flies. I was just sitting here thinking how fast time goes by. I can't believe I'm already at 41. And matter of fact, I was looking at the year so far. It's already February. And I'm like, damn, time is flying by. We're already in February. Like weren't we just saying Happy New Year? But, man, let's go ahead and get into this episode 41. Today we're going to talk about the movie Send Help. This is a very popular movie right now. It's doing a lot of numbers at the box office. A lot of people are going to check this movie out. A lot of people are talking and raving about it. It's a good movie. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys in on it, tell you guys about it. The duration on this movie is 1 hour and 53 minutes. Directed by Sam Raimi. Starring Rachel McAdams, Dylan O'Brien, Edyll Ismail, Xavier Samuel, Chris Payne, Dennis Haysbert, and of course, many other talented actors and actresses as well. Now, going into this movie, it caught my attention from the preview and the trailers. Caught my attention, I will say. I was like, is this going to be some crazy horror? What's it going to be about? Well, I knew it was going to be like about a woman and her boss stranded on the beach. That was obvious. That was very obvious in the trailer. Woman and her boss, they get stranded on the beach together. But I'm just like, damn, like what's really going to happen throughout this movie? And come to find out, some crazy things happen in this movie. This movie is one of those movies where it was like, there's some humor in it. There's a little bit of everything in this movie that I've noticed. It's a little bit of humor. There's horror. There's drama. There's action. There's all kinds of, it's just wild. You know what I mean? Like it's a wild movie. But I will say Rachel McAdams though, like, if you're not too familiar with her resume and her work, what she does, this movie definitely displays her range of acting. She does a great job in this movie. Like, she has some moments in this movie where she's really intense. Like, her acting just goes above and beyond of what you probably know her to be. She's a little more like subtle, a little more quieter in her roles, but this role is like, she was all about the action. She was intense, and I really enjoyed seeing her on the screen. She was great. Of course, everyone else was great as well, but she was I guess you could say the main star of the movie, and she just was like, she really did her thing in this one, I should say. But the movie takes place where Rachel McAdams, her name is Linda in the movie. She works for this arrogant boss, and they plan on doing a deal in Thailand, with their company. What happens is the plane crashes, the plane malfunctions, it ends up crashing in the Gulf of Thailand, and just so happens is her and her boss are stranded on this island. And she's all about survival. I mean, she watches these survival shows, and so she's very familiar with like how to survive in the wild. So she's ready. She's excited. And so right away she gets to work. She starts applying what she knows from the survival shows and what she's been reading in books. She starts applying those methods into what's happening in real life for her. And she starts going into the whole survival mode. She starts building shelter. She starts, making little contraptions on like how to get water and how to set up to have some food going and everything like that, and starts getting her fire going. So she's on it. And meanwhile, her boss, he's hurt. He's still messed up from the plane crash, so he can barely move, and she's doing everything. And I don't want to ruin too much, as I always tell you guys, I don't want to ruin too much of the movie, but there is a scene where, let me just say, they have to eat. So, I mean, there's some times where they have to go out and get, gotta go hunt for certain food. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. But I thought that scene that took place was interesting. It was very Sam Raimi-like. If you're not too familiar with his movies, he's very I like to consider his movies like comedy horror. They're almost like animated horror movies. They're a little not in a disrespectful way, but they're like a little cheesy. They're like cheesy, but like horror at the same time. That's usually like his style, like I noticed, and it works for him. So it was like there's like scenes that are like grotesque, but like funny at the same time. So if you're familiar with Sam Raimi, you're definitely gonna get that with this movie of what he does. All I gotta say is overall, I enjoyed this movie from start to finish. It sets the tone at the beginning of the movie as far as like the workplace, and it kind of sets up like their whole dynamic between Linda and her boss, which by the way, his name is Bradley in the movie. It sets the tone for how they interact with each other at the beginning, and you just see like how they end up with each other throughout the movie, and how the dynamic just completely like flips. So again, if you're into like action, if you're into like comedy, if you're into like a little bit of horror, this movie is one of those movies where it's like all over the place, but in my opinion, it works, and it worked really well. So if I had to go ahead and rate this movie on a scale from 1 to 10, I'm going to go ahead and give it an 8. I give this movie an 8. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, if you haven't watched this movie, I highly recommend it. Go see it. Go see it in theaters. Go check it out. You won't be disappointed. I think it's a little something for everybody in this movie. So once again, this is Send Help. This is Derek Mitchell. Once again, Flick the Script Podcast, episode 41. Stay tuned for episode 42. I look forward to seeing you then. Have a good one.